is there a newer artist that you're a fan of that you would like to work with that you've been paying attention to?
I've worked with, man, there's one artist specific though that I said to myself, this kid got something crazy, and I would definitely be an honor to work with him, and that's Fridayy.
Fridayy's fire.
I love Fridayy.
Yeah.
I think out of all the newest artists that I've seen so far, he's the one that I would say, okay, I can count him in to be around for a little while.
Yeah, he's got in the same way you do.
That kid's special.
A very unique tone and voice.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day with auto-tune, like so many people kind of sound like similar. But Fridayy's voice?
Yeah, no, he's different. Yeah, he's different.
Yeah, for sure. No, that'd be
He
crazy.
got it.
Have you reached out at all?
Yeah, we spoke.
Yeah.
We reached out.
That would be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got so much going on, man. Country album, hopefully a T-Pain album. You and T-Pain got to make that happen.
Oh no, it's 100% coming. You'll be the first I announce it on.
Yeah, that'd be it. That's big for the culture. Speaking of Super Bowl, what did you think of the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick? I thought it was a piece of art.
Man, to me, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the way Kendrick, put it together. I love the simpleness of it and the dynamics of those little, you could say Akons that they put in there.
The little there was like very.
You know what I mean? I loved it.
It was a piece of art,
especially for what Kendrick does and how it was wrapped around his truth. I think it made all the sense in the world, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw people complaining he didn't do some of his bigger songs. I'm like, it wasn't about that.
It was
about presenting a piece of art.
Absolutely. It was not about the songs. Because the songs, you can play them right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's like, what is the message? And I think people forget that.
Yeah. It's crazy to think like the stadium, like he's doing stadiums with SZA. And I mean, Kendrick, for better or worse, like the whole entire, like obviously the beef to me was great for hip hop.
Right.
I mean, shit, Drake's doing fine. Nokia's on fire.
Right.
But it's been dope to see, like, damn, there's a hip-hop artist doing stadiums.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Chris Brown's doing stadiums right now. Shout out to Chris Breezy. Celebrating 20 years. Breezy Bowl.
Chris definitely deserves it.
I tell people, Chris Brown is our Michael Jackson.
1,000%.
Like.
Without a question.
I think he's one of the most talented human beings to ever walk the face of the earth.
I promise you he is. Yep.
And when it comes to longevity, when it comes to talent and just music, records, he's our MJ.
Yeah, without a question.
And it sucks because it's like one mistake always it kind of prevents people like to acknowledge that. But it's like, y'all better stop fucking playing with Chris Brown.
You can't, man. That boy is.
This guy's one of the greatest of all time.
He's 100% one of the greatest.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Breezy, man.
Big shots.
Yeah, I got to get to that stadium show. I think it's like him, Bryson Tiller, and Summer Walker. Yeah,
something like that, right?
Yeah, it should be dope. Any other investments you got working? I know last time you were here, you talked about the Godfather's Pizza. You're working on anything else you got cooking?
Yeah, I mean, right now, we got the new album coming out, Not Guilty, that I'm really, really excited about.
Not Guilty, that's a great name.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yep, I can't wait to hear that. And then this Jelly Roll song where he redoes a lot.
That man right there put that together. If you hear it, it's because Kev gave me the idea.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
So Not Guilty, you're wrapping that up.
Yeah, I'm wrapping that up currently now. Never Really Mattered, the second single that dropped off of it, we just dropped last week. It's doing really, really well.
And so it's crazy too because the first single, Beautiful Day, is like an older song.
Yeah.
That like leaked, right?
Yeah, that leaked. And I ended up redoing it just to put it back out in the marketplace.
And then this newer record is a new record.
It's a brand new record. It's featuring Simeon's a new girl group that I'm about to present. And I'm introducing them to the world on this record. That's the ones on the choruses.
That's dope.
Yeah, they're killing it.
So you're still actively
trying
to
sign
I am. Artists. You're
Now I'm signing artists like it ain't no tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going super stupid. I'm signing artists, producers. We just picked up Press Play, who's one of the lead producers that we just picked up recently, Monster. So
yeah, I mean, you're one of the most prolific CEOs ever. If you think about all the people who came through your label, man.
Man, I'm just happy to be a part of, being a contribution to the culture, man. I'm happy enough for that for sure.
How many Lady Gaga albums came out through Convict?
Was the first two.
Oh, that's all you need.
The first two was mine, and then I was in collaboration with the third one, and then I was out by the time the next ones came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those checks still coming in.
Yeah, they're still working.
Yeah.
They're still working. Still feeding
so you got like Poker Face was like on the first album, right?
Yeah, that was the first album. The first album was the biggest album.
Yeah.
That was the one that gave her all the accolades.
It's crazy too, because like the dynamic between like a song like Just Dance, her first song that you were on, and then fast forward to like some of her other shit, like damn, this girl is so just an alien, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she's brilliant, man.
When's the last time you guys have talked or ran into her?
It's probably been about a year. I would say probably a year.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a year. I think it was one of her shows. I went and saw her backstage, said hello for a brief. It's been about a year.
Was there any? What was it about her that you heard or saw that you were like, we got to figure this out? I can help you out.
I don't see how anybody could have seen her and not see it.
Right.
Like, she was a star off the gate. Like, and then her talent as a songwriter, as a performer, and then she had her own style. Like, nobody looked like her.
Right.
And she was so fearless, like willing to do things that no other artist would do. But most importantly, she had such a hard working, like she's her work ethic was just unmatchable.
Right.
She kept up with me, and that's when I knew she can work.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Was there ever an artist that was close to signing with Convict that for whatever reason you missed out on or just didn't work out?
Oh, it's just a lot of them. I would be here all day.
Give me one.
I would be here all day.
Can you give me one?
Yeah, but they too popular now, and I don't want to take that glory away from them to say I had a chance to sign them first.
What about someone who wasn't popular?
What do you mean who wasn't popular?
Someone who maybe didn't work out. I mean, because you've had like...
Well, the one that I did think was going to be really, really big, that I, till this day, believe it could have been, I just don't know what didn't click, was Red Cafe.
I was about to say you had Red Cafe.
He was the one that I just knew was going to be bigger than 50.
And Red Cafe ended up signing with everybody.
Yeah.
He ended up, I think he was with Cash Money for a little bit, right? He left you? He was...
Yeah, what happened was when he was with me, I ended up doing the joint venture with Diddy with him. Yeah, so then it was me and Diddy having Red. And then after he left that situation, he went on to do other things. But
very talented guy.
No, oh my God, Red is so fucking dope.
Yeah. Red Cafe was dope.
He was so dope. But I think at that time he was young. He didn't really have the patience that it took to develop him globally. Because he wanted, and all he cared about at that time was New York. He just wanted New York to love him. And
you know who figured that out quickly? Was Flo Rida.
Yeah.
Because Flo Rida was like an underground Florida rapper. Yeah. He had that birthday song.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he figured out that global shit, he hit the switch and turned into fucking, you know, the black pit bull. Like, Flo Rida.
Flo figured it out real quick.
Well, he figured that shit. He's going to eat forever.
Yeah, Flo figured that out real quick. I was actually the first one to take him international and open his eyes up to what that was. And interesting enough, I was the first to take Pitbull international too. That's why it's my brother till this day.
Pitbull, man. I feel like
Pitt, what he's done with his career, man, unbelievable.
The greatest person to ever pull off. No one's ever pulled off white pants like him. He got them white pants on lock.
No, Pitt, that's that Cuban fashion.
Speaking of guys who could do Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Jesus, this guy's just got 2 hours straight of hit records.
He's another one that can do Super Bowl easy.
Yeah, shout out to Pitbull, man. Yeah. And then you worked with WizKid a little bit early on, right?
Yeah, Wiz was my first Afrobeat artist that I signed back in 2008.
Yeah, damn, 2008.
Yeah, we actually developed the whole Afrobeat side.
That's crazy.
The whole sounds, scene, everything.
It's got to be cool to kind of see it grow into like this global.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I mean, it was hard work though, trying to get just the U.S. labels to even understand what it was, because at the time they thought it was reggae.
Right.
So as I'm shopping him,